Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Barnares Ahmad and I will be continuing the subtopic implementation of the 1976 Tripoli Agreement. Alright, so other thing that former President Ferdinand Marcos did to implement the said agreement were the Presidential Decree number 1618 and the Presidential Decree number 1083, or also known as the Code of Muslim Personal Laws. So let us discuss it one by one and start with the Presidential Decree number 1618.
So, Presidential Decree number 1618, it was issued on July 25, 1979, implementing the two organizations in the Autonomous Region 9 and Region 12 to further define the scope of internal autonomy of the autonomous regions. So, these are the Sangguniang Pampuok and Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok. So, it establishes internal autonomy within the autonomous regions, outlining their territorial coverage, powers, and responsibilities. These organizations were created or organized by Batas Pambansa Bilang 20 and March 23, 1979. Sangguniang Pampuok, it was the regional legislative assembly exercise the legislative powers. So when we say legislative, meaning having the power to make laws, and ang organisasyong ito ay ang mga gumagawa o nagpapalabas ng mga batas sa autonomous regions such as the Region 9 and Region 12 para ipasa sa kataas-taasan. So, the legislative powers of Sangguniang Pampuok including approval of development plans, legislative functions, budget approval, policy making, and administrative oversight. So, approval of development plans. So, the Sangguniang Pampuok has the authority to approve development plans fund. So these plans aims to promote the socio-economic development of the autonomous regions. And legislative functions, the Sangguniang Pampuok exercises local legislative powers over regional affairs na nagpapatupad ng mga orders or laws and resolutions for the effective governance and development of the regions. Budgeting approval. The Sangguniang Pampuok is responsible for approving the regional budget, ensuring proper allocation of funds for various programs and projects. Making policy or the policy making. Yes, Sangguniang Pampuok formulates policies and regulations to address the needs and concerns of the region, promoting growth and progress. And the administrative oversight, the Sangguniang Pampuok provides oversight on the implementation of regional programs and projects to ensure transparency and accountability. So these legislative powers empower the Sangguniang Pampuok to govern and regulate regional affairs effectively, fostering development and progress in the regions. So the Sangguniang Pampuok organization was composed of 21 members, including the regional governor who acts as the chairman, and 17 representatives elected from the different provinces and component cities in its region. And the second organization created by this decree was the Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok. So the Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok, it was the regional executive council, the body which execute or implemented or caused the implementation of the laws and enactment passed by the Sangguniang Pampuok. Meaning, ang Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok ay ang nagpapatupad ng mga patakaran at batas na ipinasa ng Sangguniang Pampuok. So, the Lupong Tagapagpaganap ng Puok composed of chairman and 4 members who shall be appointed by the President on recommendation of the Sangguniang Pampuok. So, again, the Sangguniang Pampuok organization was the lawmaking body of the autonomous Autonomous Region, and the lupong tagapagpaganap ng puok, on the other hand, was the body which executed the implemented laws by the Sangguniang Pampuok. And last but not the least, that former Ferdinand Marcos did was the Presidential Decree number 1083, or also known as the Code of Muslim Personal Law. So, Presidential Decree number 1083, also known as the Code of Muslim Personal Laws, was issued on February 4, 1977. So, this decree or code recognizes the legal system of the Muslims in the Philippines as part of the law of the land and aims to make Islamic instructions more effective. The code covers various aspects of Muslim personal laws, including personal status, marriage and divorce, rights and obligations, property relations between husband and wife, property affiliations, parental authority, support and maintenance, succession, and inheritance. So, to ensure the administration and enforcement of the Presidential Decree number 1083, the following institutions are established. So, the first one is the Sharia courts. So, this includes Sharia circuit and district courts. So, I know most of you are very familiar with this, as the Sharia courts are responsible for handling cases related to Muslim personal laws and resolving disputes according to Islamic principle and teachings. And the second one is the Agama Arbitration Council. So it is a special group formed by the Sharia court to handle certain cases like divorce, subsequent marriages, and offenses against customary law. So its main purpose is to provide advice and help the parties involved reach a peaceful agreement or settlement. And the third one is the Juris Consult in Islamic Law. So it is a person who gives legal opinions based on the respective authorities when it comes to questions related to Muslim law. So to qualify a Juris Consult, the person must be at least 40 years old, have a good moral character and proven integrity. So be a knowledgeable scholar in the Quran, Hadith, and Islamic jurisprudence, and be proficient in Arabic. So in simpler terms, the Agama Arbitration Council assists in resolving issues through advice and mediation, while a Juris Consult is an expert who provides legal opinions based on recognized source for questions regarding Muslim law. And yes, during the Marcos time, he also established several offices to address the special needs of Muslim Filipinos. So these offices were Commission on Islamic Affairs, Agency for the Welfare and Development of Muslims in Philippine Pilgrimage Authority, or the Hajj, and the Office of Islamic Affairs. Alright, so the Commission on Islamic Affairs. So this office was created to directly assist Muslims in southern Philippines under the President's arm. So it is responsible for overseeing and addressing matters related to Islamic affairs in the country. So it plays a crucial role in promoting and protecting the rights and welfare of the Muslim community. So the Commission on Islamic Affairs works to ensure that the rights, beliefs, and practices of Muslims in the Philippines are respected and protected. So it aims to create an environment that fosters religious harmony and understanding among different religious groups in the country. And the second one is the Agency for the Welfare and Development of Muslims is an organization that provides assistance and support in welfare and religious activities for Muslim Filipinos. So it focuses on addressing the specific needs and concerns of the Muslim community in the Philippines, aiming to improve their overall well-being and promote their development. And the third one is the Philippine Pilgrimage Authority, or the HADS. So it is a government body that oversees and facilitates the annual HADS pilgrimage for Filipino Muslims to Mecca. So it is responsible for organizing and coordinating the necessary arrangement for the pilgrimage, including logistical support, processing of applications, and providing assistance to the pilgrimage. So the authority works closely with the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, or the NCMF, to ensure a smooth and successful Hajj experience for the Filipino Muslim community. And last but not the least is the Office of Islamic Affairs, or also known as the Official of Islamic Affairs. So it is an organization that is responsible for supervising and maintaining harmonious relations with Islamic states. So it plays a crucial role in promoting understanding and cooperation between the Philippines and other countries with significant Muslim population. So the Office of Islamic Affairs works to foster diplomatic ties, facilitating cultural exchanges, and support collaboration in various areas of mutual interest. So it has been instrumental in strengthening relations and promoting dialogue between the Philippines and Islamic nations. Additionally, during Marcos' tenure, the Philippine Amana Bank was established. So it had branches in Zamboanga City, Marawi City, Cotabato City, and Hulu. So this special Islamic bank was created to provide loans and credits to Muslim Filipinos in accordance with Islamic principles. So this bank is the only institution in the Philippines authorized to offer banking services based on the principles of Islamic banking. So it was established by former President Ferdinand Marcos in 1973 through Presidential Decree number 264 with an initial capital of 100 million pesos, so making it one of the earliest Islamic bank in the world. So the bank is now known as the Al-Amana Islamic Investment Bank of the Philippines and offers various services including commercial and investment banking, similar to a universal bank. So the bank's headquarters is actually located in Makati City, Philippines. So yes, however, the implementation of the TRIPOLI agreement by Marcos led to disagreements between the Moro National Liberation Front, or the MNLF, and the Philippine government. So this prompted the MNLF to revive its original demand for independence and renew its struggle against the government. So the disagreements between the Moro National Liberation Front, or the MNLF, and the Philippine government after the implementation of the Tripoli Agreement can be attributed to several factors. So firstly is there were unfulfilled promises and the lack of full implementation of the agreement. So the Tripoli Agreement signed in 1976 and to address issues of autonomy and self-governments for the Bangsamoro people, right? So however, over time the promises made in the agreement were not fully realized, so leading to frustration and dissatisfaction among the MNLF and the Bangsamoro populace. So secondly is there were political dynamics in play. So changes in administrations and shifting priorities in the Philippine political landscape affected the consistent implementation of the agreement, like the Tripoli agreement. So the political motivations and strategies sometimes took precedence over the sustained commitment to the peace process, leading to setbacks and disputes. So the third is the historical grievances and unresolved issues between the MNLF and the Philippine government contributed to the disagreement. So issues related to the land rights, resource allocation, and cultural recognitions were among the underlying factors that influenced their relationship post-Tripoli agreement. So these historical grievances often resurfaced further completing the peace process. And additionally, differences in the interpretation of the agreements and their scope also play a role in the disagreements. So clarify and mutual understanding of the terms of the agreements were sometimes lacking, leading to disputes over compliance and enforcement. So these factors combined prompted the MNLF to revive its original demand for independence and renew its struggle against the Philippine government. So the disagreements highlighted the challenges in achieving lasting peace and reconciliation in Mindanao. So that will be all in my part, and thank you.